Today you're hosted by Luis Munoz, modern guitar tech. I'm Johnny Gomez with Q Riggs. He dared me. I don't know
So
if you're offended by that. It's Luis's fault.
Yeah, just me. What's up, Johnny?
Oh, nothing.
So stupid. Enrique hates us.
Enrique does hate us. It's okay.
What's up, man? I like how Enrique is the most dedicated person.
Really is. He really is. And then it's me. And then Luis is like...
Yeah, but this is my gear, though. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
of course.
technically, dude.
Luis was like, we got to do a podcast. I've been dreaming of this my whole life. And then me and Enrique are just like propping him up.
Oh, yes.
Must feel nice.
Oh, my God, dude.
We're having a great day today. Stop. Luis is being crazy, y'all. Oh, my gosh.
How you doing, Johnny?
I'm great, man. I'm glad to be back. I missed you so much, dude.
It's been a minute. It's been almost a month, right?
I gotta take it all in while I still can because, you know, I'm gonna have to share you with your daughter, I guess.
I know.
coming
It's
next
crazy. Couple of weeks.
I'm gonna be
Couple
so
of weeks.
offended.
I know. It's going to be crazy.
She's gonna have all your attention. I'll be like,
Don't worry about it, dude. She's going to be right here. She's going to be like in the corner in a little baby cage or those little thingies.
baby cage.
Those
Hell
little
yeah.
thingies.
Yeah, where do you get those?
You got it.
You got it. First, you get some balsa wood.
So stupid.
We're idiots. All right. What's going on, dude?
Oh, nothing, man. So I just got off the road, officially done with the OR tour. Me and Moa, my wife. And we're home. And no more touring for the foreseeable future. So that's
Are you
kind of
okay with
crazy.
that?
Yeah, I'm actually very excited.
You don't
'cause-
feel like part of your life, like your life's ending?
No,
You're not
no.
having a
After like
crisis?
doing, in all honesty, I feel like a lot of people have asked me this, and it's like, the only time I had FOMO,
Yeah.
or I feel like I'll have FOMO is when I see cool shows like that last Black Sabbath show,
Yeah.
and I saw a lot of my friends working it,
Oh, that's cool.
and I was like, damn, like when stuff like, but that's like so far in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like the Glastonbury show that they did looked really fucking cool, Olivia. But I know the schedule and I know what time they had to load in and the insanity that they.
So Mal's really sad right now.
Oh
and you're
my
living a great
God,
life.
dude! It's I think it's sad. It's like I don't think people realize how much. Maybe not necessarily the work itself. Cause, you know, but like, I mean, we've talked about this so much on probably already now on the podcast, but just like, dude, the 2 a.m. load-ins or the noon load-ins and the travel schedules. Cause they had that show and they had 2 back-to-backs. So insane. Like the logistics that people have to figure out in order for that to happen is just like,
Yeah. It's
you know,
crazy.
but our production managers,
not your problem
incredible.
anymore.
Exactly. So it is funny because like to see it, like we watch the show and it's like, I mean, it's awesome, but we're like at home, you know.
Nice.
So we're home and
Love it.
Yeah. How about you?
Not a whole
I
lot.
heard you were in Qatar.
Almost. Thank goodness. Not.
Damn.
We're supposed to be in Qatar. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I don't want to be disrespectful. But yeah, we're supposed to play on the Air Force Base. They
that got
you know, some, I don't know.
bombed, or I mean, they sent missiles.
Symbolic missiles, I
Symbolic
guess, or
missiles.
whatever. I'm not sure. But
So you were supposed to be there.
yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, last week to play on 4th of July. I was like, that seems a little on the nose. I'd rather not. And then they canceled it, so that was cool. But we still doing some one-off traveling, weekend hits. It's new to me, so I'm learning a lot. I'm very tired. But
That's the country schedule.
what's that?
That's the country schedule.
What do you mean?
Like the Weekend Warrior stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of Nashville bands and artists, that's like the schedule that they do.
Oh, okay.
Forever. It's like they'll leave Wednesday, Thursday, and then they go back home like Sunday.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like that.
So it's like a lot of country touring bands like to do it that
It's
way.
convenient because you can keep up everything else during the week. But I did not really listen to our last episode because I overpromised and I'm just tired.
And under-delivered.
I haven't under-delivered quite yet, but it's not out of the question. And so I just, you're gone on the weekend, you come home and it's just already full workload. And then before you know it, I'm back on a plane and I'm like, where to now? Where are figuring it out. It's fun. I'm grateful to be working and trying something new, seeing new places. So
Do you watch movies on the plane? What do you do?
I actually just listen to music.
Really?
Yeah.
You sleep?
Sometimes I try and I'd rather not on the plane. It's so uncomfortable. I've tried it. I have a couple fancy neck pillows I'm trying. It's always just like, I guess it depends on how long the flight is, but it's so uncomfortable. People waking you up. I gotta go pee.
You want this egg thing food?
I'm like,
You
what?
want the chicken or the fish?
I'm like, no. Plain food seems so dangerous to me. But yeah, it's fine. I'll listen to music. What I do like, which is weird, while I'm listening to music, I watch other people's screens to see what they're watching. And so, like, I've watched so many movies on mute that I have to go revisit now to see, like, you know which one I see a lot
What?
lately in the past few months that a lot of people are watching? The Donald Trump movie with Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump.
I haven't.
Oh, it's like, I'm not even sure what it's about, honestly. I think it chronicles his life up to a certain point.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never even heard. I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah.
I
And
thought you were
so-
gonna say John Wick.
No, John Wick's. I've seen a lot of that one, the Trump one. Somebody was watching Andor or something. So I don't know what the stories are, but they certainly look cool.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. I definitely watch movies. But
cool.
I've been on a plane so much this last year and this year that I feel like I've watched
Every movie,
every
ever.
good movie. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like I've watched John Wick, like the series, like, I don't know, 10, 15 times this year.
Oh, that's cool.
I love it. It's the greatest
Good for
movie
you.
ever done, ever made. Little sidetrack. So what's going on?
Music news? You want to talk about some
news,
music news?
yeah.
We have some very controversial topics here.
Yeah, we need a little like jingle here.
Yeah, what
For
would
music
it be?
news.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are the topics today, Yoni?
Well, everyone's on the Velvet Sundown rage right now. Are
What
they
is
AI?
that?
Are they not? So it's this band that supposedly may or may not. To me, it's very obvious. Seems obvious that it's AI, but
What makes it so obvious to you?
well, I guess just the artwork. I don't know much else. I've seen the artwork. I listened to the one song a little
How does
bit.
it go?
I don't know how it goes. I swear I don't know the lyrics.
Just what is it?
Dust on the wind, boots on the ground.
Is that what you listen to on the plane?
Yeah, I'm
Just constant
investigate. It's for
Yeah.
investigation purposes. I'm like, that sounds fake.
AI band.
But like, supposedly they're like commenting us that we're real. We swear. So I don't know. Maybe they are real guys and they're purposefully making AI artwork to make it seem, because like one guy has like 10 fingers on one hand sometimes, and it's like, I don't know.
Interesting.
Are they trying to-
I haven't heard that.
So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but it's a smart way for a company like Spotify to make money, because if they're just generating AI music that gets played by a bunch of people that don't know better, they get paid for very low effort stuff so that they can fund other things like
Like what?
military weaponry, perhaps. I'm not sure. AI
my
weaponry.
God, dude, what world do we live in?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
A lot of weird shit going on.
wait, can you? Sorry,
Yeah.
the AI thing.
Yeah.
Can you tell, like, audio wise?
When I heard it, no, I didn't. I can't really tell. But Rick Beato did a thing where he said
Did you
that,
bring Giacomo? And then
yeah, him and Giacomo, they faked this video. No, so he did this whole breakdown where he said that by using, which is funny to me, by using AI software to split stems from recorded songs, you can usually tell. So he showed an example. He split up a Zeppelin song. I think it was Good Times, Bad Times. And he showed every stem, and it sounded pretty normal. But then when he split this Velvet Sundown song, he said there's going to be artifacts. And vocals sounded fine, drums sounded fine, but then the guitar was all like phased out and canceled out and weird sounding. And so he said, this is very likely created with AI. I don't know. He didn't get too deep on it, but when you listen to it all together, it sounds like a 70s style classic rock song, like the quality of it. So I don't know.
I think lyrically, to me,
everything's on the nose, like classic rock lines, like dust on the wind, smoke in the sky. You know, everything's like, oh yeah, every cliche classic rock.
Did you listen to it? I'm pointing at Enrique. He's an audio
No,
guy.
I haven't heard it yet.
No? Are you listening it to right now?
I should.
You should check
Johnny,
it out.
Johnny, bring it up.
Yeah.
It's your favorite new band, right?
Okay, so for next episode, we got to get a computer in here.
Yeah.
Play some little tracks.
No, I'm
and
just,
shit.
I mean, I am curious because, like, I played it for Moa and it's like, I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, what is this? I was like, oh, it's like some new band. I was like, do you like it? She's like, it's super generic.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Which could give credit to it possibly being AI because it is very.
I mean, the picture is definitely 100% AI.
Yeah.
Like, you could.
There's another one where they're standing on a beach or something, and then one guy's holding something, and he's got like 3 thumbs.
Really?
Yeah.
To me, it was like the amps in the background.
Yeah.
Like, they're like just super generic Vox looking.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
The
doesn't make
strat
any
on that
sense.
one, like, where you used to see the neck protruding behind the other guy, it's gone. Like, it's.
It's clearly like the
Yeah.
pictures are clearly AI.
Yeah.
That is so incredible though, and it is kind of makes me jealous that if someone thought about this whole thing as some form of marketing thing, it is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Because
everyone's
it's like,
talking about it.
Everyone's talking about it, and then I did see the like the monthly listeners. When I heard about it, they had 250,000
That's crazy.
monthly listeners,
Yeah.
and then now I think actually
Because everyone now wants to play it to see. Let me see if it's AI, if I can tell. And so.
I'm gonna check this real live as we speak, and I just want to see what they're
Whoa, live stuff.
live stuff. I have a feeling that they might be over 1 million. So let's see. What is the band called?
Velvet Sundown, which the name.
I mean, as soon as it 1.1 million monthly listeners.
That's crazy. While we complain about it, we are encouraging it.
I know. I mean,
We're idiots. We're
No,
never.
I mean, it is-
We're never gonna figure this out, dude.
it is interesting. I mean, I think it's definitely AI,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And I mean, there's people behind it.
Sure.
There's people that created it, but
It's all could be a machine Spotify put together or something, and they're getting paid with their own plays, and they just put their prompt into a machine.
food for thought though. Do
Yeah.
you think that this will just, and maybe this is kind of the point too, and will this like spin off into like a, how like you have organic food, like
Okay.
free range,
Sure.
whatever? You think there'll be a website that's like 100% human made
Yeah, I don't
music,
know. Maybe
and
so.
then it's just like a niche.
I will say it could potentially, well, maybe not to the average listener, because I think the average listener will hear this and be like, this is great.
This is great.
I will buy this. But it does, to me, hearing it, it does give even more credit to human-made material because it is so generic and so simple and basic, and it doesn't really make anything that you can connect with.
Well, I'll say like this as like someone like Ozzy.
Yeah.
I don't think AI would ever be able to create an Ozzy because it's like
Right.
technically he doesn't have a great. You know what I
He's
mean?
not a
Like
singer, but he's got a thing that
that is so unique to
right.
him
It can do an Aussie thing
Yeah.
now because you'll tell it.
because there's an Ozzy.
Yeah.
But like like that.
You're not gonna get anything special like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that, and then also too like to its credit or whatnot. I mean, dude, pop music it's so produced.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said about that.
Right.
It's like I saw Rick Beato talking shit about what's her name,
Sabrina?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he made a video, which is kind of like odd. I mean, whatever. I'm not.
That must explain in that video for Velvet Sundown. He did also split up a Sabrina Carpenter track, and he was like, "Here we have this Sabrina Carpenter track.
Yeah,
I'm splitting. Now, don't click off the video. I'm just using this as an example." And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "I kind of like that song. What's the problem with that song?"
I mean, he was just talking about how just like everything is just so generic, and yeah, like how many writers are on there. But dude, he was kind of like going in on her, saying like she probably didn't write anything, and probably it's just like, geez, yeah, like something happened between.
Yeah, maybe there's a
like
little old man yelling at clouds vibe.
and
there.
it's like, dude, I get it.
Sure.
You know, I mean, pop music is pop music, but yeah, it's like I don't think the average, what you just said, the average person doesn't care that there's like 20 writers on this Beyonce song.
Right.
Like, to me, that's gross,
Sure.
but that's just a product, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I say it's AI, 100%.
I would agree with that. I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, great. Glad we figured that out.
What else is in the news, dude?
So we briefly touched on Spotify's weapon research funding.
I mean, that is crazy.
It's a little nuts.
So what is it that he invested in a company
Like
that
multi-million dollars, like hundreds of millions.
into an AI?
It's like
Or
AI
drone.
defense weapons, and really seems to go against what most artists support.
Yeah, but then if you want to like really go in and dig deep, I'm not justifying that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's like, I mean, BlackRock, you know, there's like 6 companies or 4 huge investment firms that like own everything.
Yeah.
Everything like
Yeah.
in the world or the
I'm
states
sure
at least.
You jump over to Apple Music, but
It's like, you know, you're
what's
fucking
Apple funding?
exactly.
Yeah,
You know, it's like you're buying fucking Cheetos
right.
and somehow inadvertently you're fucking funding
Yeah,
people being blown up in the Middle East.
right.
You know, I'm not defending that. I'm not
Yeah,
saying, but
everything's kind of connected in that way. Is what you're
It's-
saying?
you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
That's sad news, dude.
yeah, that's a little rough one. But in better news, PRS Telly.
I haven't seen it actually.
I just saw a video today. Someone playing it. They did the SE NF53, I guess. So it's their take on the Telly. PRS take on the Telly. Have you played or seen them in person at all?
I have
Even the
not.
core line? No?
So SE is like for people that don't know, it's the
Budget line, I guess.
budget line, yeah.
Budget.
Like the overseas.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
But
It's
it's
like
still-
1,000 or
Yeah, it's still
1,500 now.
pricey, yeah. I have to say, I don't think I've ever played a PRS that I liked.
Damn.
I'm sorry, PRS. They just, for whatever, I don't connect with them.
Same.
Um,
They don't
I've-
speak to me.
Silver Skies, except Nico's. Nico's, you have the best Silver Sky, I swear. He's a
Actually,
homie.
I do like his, and his is actually the first,
An early one.
and like the
Okay.
first, not the first one that made, but like the like first
So they
batch
changed
that they
them.
put out, and they've changed them so much.
I see.
From that.
Okay, I haven't really kept up. I've just played whatever comes through here usually.
Yeah.
A couple Silver Skies, the Fiores, the custom 22s and one. Those immediately I was like, this doesn't work for me.
No.
I feel like the neck shapes are funky. I don't know. I can't explain it.
I always give him credit because he found his little
Yeah, he really found his thing.
thing in the
Yeah.
market.
Yeah,
That everyone was like the other Gibson or
Mm-hmm.
Fender, and that's it. And this guy kind of figured out a nice chunk of the market.
and he
So I
managed
got to
get
give it to
John
him,
Mayer.
man. I got to give it to
He took
Paul
John Mayer
Reed
from
Smith.
Fender. Like that's big.
Fender fucked up on that one, but
They
that's
should have just
Yeah,
listened
yeah,
to that
yeah.
guy. But whatever.
great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's the news.
Some music news stuff. Now we're gonna jump into our main topic, dude.
Hell yeah, you guys ready?
Myth busting
Myth bust
with Tone Time.
Dust in the wind.
Dust on the wind.
Oh, sorry,
Get it
sorry,
right,
sorry,
bro.
My bad.
Get the AI lyrics right, dude. Come on. Yeah, myth busting, man.
So what's
We deal with this stuff all the time, right? And how exhausting is it?
It is exhausting.
It is very exhausting because some people really believe in this stuff. And I don't think it's anything we're going to change with this conversation. I don't think it's ever going to go away. But
Yeah, I agree.
It is what it is.
Cool.
So so myth busting. What are we getting into? You know, different things that people believe affect their tone, create their tone, responsible for their tone, everything about the tone that technically and on paper doesn't actually make the difference they think it makes.
I mean, it's the age-old question of like,
Yeah.
you know, is tone in the hands or
Right.
in the gear?
Is it in the wood? Is it in the screws?
Pickups,
Is it in the pickups? What is your favorite myth? Or I guess your most hated myth? Which
This will
drives
be
you
a
the
little controversial, but I would say age.
Of wood?
Just anything.
Anything? Oh, like vintage is better
Vintage,
automatically?
yeah. I've worked on some vintage, really expensive vintage gear that sucks.
Damn.
So bad.
That's crazy.
But,
People will automatically.
you know, I think there's that, what do you call it when it's like the
confirmation bias?
confirmation bias, and there is some truth to like a placebo effect type thing.
Sure.
Where if they think that,
I paid this much for this.
yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah.
So therefore I play better.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna argue with
Sure.
that.
As long as they get, if they play better, then
You know,
what are you gonna
but
Yeah,
how about you?
it reminds me of this. I did this like audition or something for some artist, and this guy, the MD was also the producer, and it was for a Latin artist, and so I can speak Spanish, but
Aladdin, like the cartoon.
stupid Latinx art. And so he was trying to speak to me in English because my Spanish is over the years gotten a little bit broken. I got to get on Duolingo or something. Anyway, he was like, okay, on the phone, I think, I forget. He was like, what kind of guitar do you play? And I said, oh, I play this whatever. Let's say I had my Eric Johnson Strat. And he was like, oh, that's cool. I only play vintage stuff. Only vintage stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. What kind of amp? And I said, I have a Fender Hot Rod. He's like, oh, I only use vintage stuff. My studio is all vintage stuff. And he just, so anytime like people talk about vintage, I hear this guy's voice in my head. Vintage stuff. I only have vintage stuff. And I'm like, okay, great. Anyway, sidebar. But my favorite, there are so many. They drive me so crazy. One of them is directional cables. So supposedly cables you're supposed to plug. One end is supposed to go into the guitar and one end is supposed to go into the amp. Because supposedly the flow of the signal and I don't know what, it wants to go in one direction. Listen, I did not put that shit under a microscope or nothing like that. I don't know. Maybe that's true on a scientific level. I've never heard an actual difference. In one case, there is a directional cable where some manufacturers will use, I think it's a coax cable. So you got two conductors and they tie the tip. I think it's like the tip on one end and then the one end does not get the shield. And then the other end gets tip and then the other conductor and the shield go to ground. Supposedly this is for noise rejection. Okay, maybe. I will say flipping them did not make a difference until I turned on a fuzz pedal and the fuzz pedal flipped out with one of the ends that was not, it was like the instrument end went into the fuzz and it was so noisy it was just like completely blown out sounding. When you flipped it over, the fuzz sounded right. So something's going on there. I don't know if electrons or whatever care which direction they're flowing in. I don't think they're sentient or anything, but
The flow of it.
today I'm declaring war on directional cables. Not the cables themselves, but whatever makes them directional and pathetic.
You did that so well. Who makes these cables? I've never actually, funny enough, I can't believe it that I've heard it a bit. But
I think it started with like hi-fi audio stuff, audiophile like music playback. I do know that Evidence Audio is the one that does the one of their models has the directional thing going on, and that's the one I tested with the fuzz pedal. So I believe they do that for noise rejection. I don't know if all their models are directional. I think Eric Johnson fully endorses this whole directional thing. However, I can't really bag on Evidence Audio because their shit does sound good. They make some excellent, really durable cables that even at longer lengths sound really nice. So
I mean, but there's a difference between durable cable and
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you can get a good. I mean, I don't know the company.
durability and noise rejection like down, but
How much are they?
really, really expensive. Their
that's what
stuff
I'm
is
saying.
really expensive,
I
but
think
it's amazing.
I think overall, I feel like for people, I just and we've talked about this before. It's like I don't know if people realize how many more variables there are. Like if you're gonna go down that road,
yeah,
that path,
there's a lot of other stuff
there's
involved.
so many other variables that then you have to take care of. Because then what's the point?
Right.
It's like it just leads you down this slippery slope of
Crappy
like,
guitar, crappy amp, and then you got this
exactly
$200 cable,
or not even just like a generic amp, or what, or you know what, you have everything great, everything's awesome, and then guess what? There's an issue in your grounding system, in your like the ground wire in your house,
Yeah,
because you live in an old shitty apartment in Silver Lake,
yeah,
and it's like, then it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Then now you have to buy all these plugins to.
Right.
I think
I think a brand like Evidence Audio builds their cable with that intention. I don't know if in general every cable or every signal is designed or intentionally made this way. So I have heard the difference with Evidence Audio stuff. So I'm like,
Damn, bro, you work for them or what?
no, but I use their stuff and there's a reason for it because it's really good.
Better than Livewire?
Better than is it Live? Yeah, Livewire is the GC brand, right? Yeah.
Damn,
Better than my Monster Rock cables, dude. I really like the jazz one. Oh, you play jazz? Here's this cable.
Oh my god, dude.
But you know, I've heard it with their stuff, so I don't know what's going on there under the microscope. Keep doing it. But what do you think with this topic? Like, what about tone woods? What about pushback cloth wire? What about caps, pots?
I think all that stuff, like I said, it's like I'm not saying that these people are lying, or like tone woods is such a god, like that's such a topic that
forever
and ever.
we're
It's just
gonna
like there's just so many variables that I feel like people just don't take into consideration, from everything, even from like your perception of, or how you perceive sound.
Right.
Like a lot of older people, like you're losing like your hearing, like you hear things differently.
Yeah.
Like I've worked for a lot of players that are like their tastes change, and it's like it has a lot to do with like how like hearing loss and like, I mean that sounds fucked up, but it's like it's so subjective.
Right.
There's no right or wrong.
Right.
I don't know. So it's such a funny thing when I hear people like argue over certain things, as to like, I'm sure there's differences, and yet I always say like the biggest difference, the most noticeable difference you can actually hear are pickups on an electric guitar. Are pickups, and I always say it's like comfort first and foremost. Like if you're comfortable with the guitar, you can always just change the pickups, you can change the pots, you can change all this stuff. And for the most part, when I recommend like upgrading pots and jacks and things like that, it's more for the sense of like durability. Like a lot of the stuff that's made overseas now has like they save a lot of money by installing these really cheap pots that are just, it's not a matter of if it's going to break, it's a matter of when it's going to go bad. So if you're going to go on a road, you're going to go on a big tour or whatever, there's nothing wrong with like a guitar built overseas. It's just best to just change the things that are going to go You know,
Right.
I've seen how gear gets transported. I've seen
Yeah.
like as much as you'd like to think that these things are like secure, it's like, dude, this stuff is going from like a sea container to a plane to
Yeah.
a trailer to it's like
Different temperature, different
dude,
environments,
it's
different everything.
You know what I mean? Like things that say don't tip, you open up a truck and it's like they tipped it. Like that's what
course.
happened to like on this last tour on the last run. It's like we have this little mini Volt because Olivia got 3 new acoustics and it's like clearly says no tip. And then when they opened up the trailer and we got to wherever the hell we were, it's like, you know, I look at it and it's like, dude, they tipped it. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, thank God everything was okay. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's that type of stuff that I feel like people just don't, you know, but
There's a bigger picture than
Yeah.
these little tiny.
I think I have, like, if, you know, I work on a lot of studios as well. It's like, I think in a situation like that, in a very controlled environment, you can really hear the difference because it's more controlled.
Right.
You know,
It's
like
under the
if you're,
microscope.
yeah, if you're kind of like really doing, you know, like you can really dial it in with like your volume and your tone pots on guitar. Like, but in a live situation, I don't know how much that actually matters.
Right.
And I put under that, I put everything, tone woods, like
What about like cap material, paper and oil?
same.
cetera, et
I mean,
cetera.
same, you know, it's like, I
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know if you can really,
Are they in the signal always, do you think? In your opinion,
I
do
think
you hear
so.
even on 10?
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, there's a sound that I feel like, you know, there's a simple mod that like a lot of studios I see have, maybe not a lot, but is like a Les Paul, just 2 pickups wired straight into the jack.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just like a really hot guitar.
Yeah.
No pot, no nothing, just straight into the jack, and you're controlling everything from the board.
Yeah.
And it's a cool it's a very cool rock sound.
Yeah.
You know,
But that is related to the resistance of the pots
Exactly.
in line. Okay.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you put the pots back. I mean, it affects the sound, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
You know, it's. I mean, yeah.
Like if you replace a paper and oil or whatever cap with an orange drop.
I don't think so. I really don't, and I think a lot of that stuff is used kind of like as an upsell.
Sure.
You know, like we're talking about NOS parts,
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
which is
Yeah, it's new old stock. So they found old stuff, but brand new packaging or whatever. Yeah.
you know, so you'll see a lot of like guitar makers. I think more pedal makers and amp
Pedals, yeah,
makers where
for
it's
sure.
like, you know, like we found, and it's like
The bummer about that is, from what I understand, is they pay a lot to buy a bunch,
Yeah.
but like 70% of them are out of spec because they're so old, and
Yeah.
you have this like golden. I
Yeah.
think that's why that stuff is so expensive, because you end up with you start with a huge
Yeah.
batch and you dwindle it down to such a small number, which costs a lot. But people do believe that stuff makes a difference. Right now, the whole thing with pedals is you got the guys that are making full size through a whole part pedals versus like a lot of people are now moving over to SMD, where a lot of the
what's that?
surface mount parts,
Okay.
so the tiny resistors that
Okay.
are like wave soldered and stuff. And now some people are like, oh, that pedal's SMD. I would never. There's nothing like the tone of full size through hole parts.
Got it.
And I guess, I mean, sounds like an overdrive to me. You know, I think ultimately it depends on the player. But I think maybe, like you said, I think we can spend a lot of time and energy focusing on these like microscopic details that maybe in a live performance situation can be overlooked more easily than in the studio. But then, you know, it's still also part of a mix. Like, I guess ultimately, which we always come back to, is like, does it help the player get the best out of their playing? Then can't argue that,
Yeah.
you know. But it does feel a little exhausting sometimes when you're trying to work with some people and they're like, oh no, I can't. I have my hangups too.
For sure.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I mean, we all do. I do
Yeah.
as well. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I was gonna build something or wire up my guitar, like I wouldn't use whatever parts.
Right.
you know, like I would use just, I think, tried and true things, you know,
Yeah.
pots and like good wire, but I would do it more in the sense of like quality and durability,
Yeah.
versus like, oh, these pots sound better, you know, like, and we've talked about that in prior episodes where it's like the difference between like a 500K pot, but it's actually like
485.
yeah, it's like, and people will measure it to like specifically 500, and
Right.
it's like even old pots from like, you know, the 50s, like they were kind of all over the place.
Right.
That's the thing, but
I do pay attention to that stuff only if a pot dies on a guitar, volume pot, let's say, and I put in a new one that says 250, and my guitar sounds weird or different than what I'm used to, then I'll probably check, oh, this one's 220. Maybe it's rolling off more than I'm used to. And so I measure the old one. The old one's probably like 280. And I'm like, oh, it's closer to 300 than 250, you know? But as long as it sounds and feels like in the ballpark of what I'm used to, then I don't really care if it's 280 or 275 or whatever.
so
All I know is that pink wire you used on that one guitar sounded way better than...
I mean, I think I get it. It's harmless.
Yeah.
Until it's not. Until
Right.
you have people that are like,
I can't
wanna,
play with that.
Yeah. And it's like, look, and I hate to say this, but most people that kind of start going down that path are people that really usually
Sure.
can't play, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no offense if whatever, you know? It's like, there's a market for it, and people got to sell stuff, and it's harmless. So if you want to buy super expensive pots because they're whatever, hey, go for it. You know, do your thing. But yeah, I don't know. I also kind of like thinking back into like we were talking about the whole AI thing and what I said about pop music. It's like, you know, you work, even if you're using like real amps and all this stuff, it's like, it's kind of wild to see and hear how produced that original thing that you did goes into a computer and everything that's added on top of that.
Yeah.
So it's like
Everything gets filtered, right? Through something in the long run. Or you finally, after you measured all your pots, all your caps, you got the paper and oil caps, dude. You got your perfect tone wood. You got your action set up perfectly. You got your directional cables, your pure tone jacks. And then you hear the recording and you just hear this like...
yeah. And then
It's like, hell yeah, I'm so glad I got that
and
stuff,
then some
dude.
like kid in, you know, Silver Lake or like, I don't know, does a #1 hit with like GarageBand or something, you know, and it's like
a Squire Bullet and
because you know, so it's like I know for a fact that happened, and I'm thinking of someone like my clients that like is really successful, and he had a Squire Mustang bass, or I think so. He had like really cheap gear, and then
did he bring it to you for a setup? Is it one of those where you're like, it might cost more to set up than this guitar?
No, I mean, dude, he's super cool.
Okay.
He's doing another album.
Oh,
but,
nice.
He's worked with a bunch of bands, but I remember like he just blew up, and
Cool.
one of his songs like blew up, and
He just uses the...
you know what I mean? And it's like, and now he has the money to just do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
But it is funny how that happens, you know? So I don't know. I guess, like I said, it's like, I think it's
as long as it's fun for you, I guess.
It's a harmless audio masturbation.
I get hung up on stuff that I'm like, I like this thing. It probably doesn't make a difference for anybody else, but yeah, that's cool.
Any other myths?
Myths. There's always the tone wood thing. Cryogenically treated metal hardware. What do you think about that, dude? I wonder, because like there is a brand of stuff we like for Fender parts. Callahan.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's true. I mean,
think
even
the hardware is great.
Even like tools.
Is it because of the cryogenically treated stuff, or is it just well made?
I think both.
Okay.
I think both for sure.
Okay.
Because like even tools are like cryogenically frozen, like good hammers and
Oh, interesting.
like pliers, like things like that are really expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of my tools for frets are cryogenically like frozen to remove. I don't.
Interesting.
I wish I understood
Treated?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the science behind. But,
Yeah. Okay.
But
Cool.
it does a lot of that stuff. A lot of the files have like lasted me a long time. Like I've
Yeah.
had, some of that StewMex stuff I've had for like 10 plus years,
Yeah.
and it's still like going strong. So
What about tremolo blocks?
I guess that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm sure it's like great.
I
And
feel like I noticed. I did an experiment once between a steel
Mm-hmm.
full block and then like I don't know what, an alloy, a zinc
Yeah.
alloy, like thinner. It was Goto
Yeah.
setup, but then there's always variables. So like the steel block had the string
Yeah.
all the way at the surface of the block, so the string was longer, and then the alloy one was inset, so the string was up near the bridge. So now you got shorter strings, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's not a really fair treatment, but I really liked the steel one better. But I think because of whatever tension I
Yeah.
was feeling more than the tone.
yeah, I guess
That's fun.
that's fine.
I'm always asking you shit though.
No, I know.
What do you
yeah,
think
that's
about
fine.
this brass nut?
I think I would say the biggest one for me is definitely the vintage, the expensive
Yeah.
vintage.
Yeah.
Versus like new stuff. Like
played some
sometimes
shitty
you're
vintage
almost
stuff.
better just buying a brand new
Yeah.
Strat versus like,
Right.
some like 70s Strat. That
Well, and it's funny too because everything goes in phases. I promise we're almost done. Everything goes in phases.
Enrique
Like
is pissed right now.
I remember everyone hated 70s era 3-bolt
Yeah.
Strats,
Uh-huh.
and then there was a point where people were like, "Actually, they're pretty cool." And I'm like,
Yeah, because they were like the only affordable
right.
ones, and
Now everyone's like, "Actually, these are cool."
it's like no, they're not.
I was
You
like,
know.
I don't know. Maybe they're a pain in the ass to set up. I played one. I was like, that sounds fine to me. Sounds like a Strat.
Yeah, nah. It's the vintage one thing for me. It's like, look, there's some really, really good vintage stuff out
Yeah.
there, but there's a lot of shitty things.
Yeah. Like
that
for
are-
me, this is probably, I don't know. You might hate this. I always wanted a 70s era, late 60s era Strat, big headstock.
Yeah.
But it had to have the bullet truss rod.
Oh, yeah, for
Because
sure.
it looks cool.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what it does.
Yeah. No, it just looks cool.
I was just like, I don't know why, but this might be a nightmare to work
Mm-hmm.
on, but I want that shit.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, but no, I think for the most part, a lot of that stuff is like, you really have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You really know. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I guess it's like old anything, an old house or an old
Yeah.
car. Like you really have to know what the hell
What
you're
you're getting into.
getting into, because a lot of that stuff is like, and it always bums me out too when like I get someone that's like, check this out, I got it, blah blah blah, and I'm like,
Yikes.
oh god, and they bring it in and it's like,
Worse than you could imagine.
yeah, especially acoustics.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's
It's
gotta
like
be
it needs a neck reset, a bridge reset. It needs.
I
so
would
much
never go
work.
vintage. I've played amazing vintage acoustics, but for me, I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, it's like
I don't have
it's,
the
and
time for that.
to be the bearer of bad news is always like, look,
This shit's fucked.
this is and they're like, well, how much is it gonna cost? It's like I'm not even gonna bother doing
Yeah.
it. Like I'll recommend someone, but it's like, yes, this is like an expensive too, like
Yeah.
$4,000,
Yeah.
$5,000. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
But there's a whole market for that.
Yeah.
And I
Somebody's making money.
think, but my big myth busting thing is,
Vintage could be overrated.
yeah.
Yeah. I like
Yours?
that one. For me, I think we didn't talk about it as much, but the whole the NOS parts, full size parts versus SMT, I just think, does it sound like an overdrive? Does it sound like a fuzz? To me, yeah. And I can make that work personally. But
Uh-huh.
again, if the client plays better because of whatever,
For sure.
then by all means.
Yeah,
knock
yeah,
yourself
yeah.
out.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, y'all.
Damn, bro. Whew. Sorry about the
Enrique hates us.
long-winded
Enrique's gonna edit this down and make it sound.
to like 15 minutes.
Yeah. So
No,
anyway,
this is the extended cut.
on our
Play the whole
Patreon
thing.
Yes.
for $5 a month,
Yeah.
you get the full director's cut.
Hell yeah,
Hell
dog.
yeah, dude. Well, hey, thanks for checking us out. Give us
Nice
a
to
follow.
be back.
Nice to be back, Luis. My world is finally all the
Yes.
evil and hatred I was missing in my life. I was too happy. Now you're back and things are feeling good again. or bad
Hell
again.
yes.
So yeah, share any feedback, comments, criticisms.
Please.
Send the criticisms to Luis. He
Yeah,
handles
yeah,
that
yeah,
better
yeah.
than I do. I'm sensitive. And thanks for checking it out, everybody, and see you guys next time.
Peace.